Up next is a group of professionals who got together to form a book club. They don't even have an official name yet, but they are already enjoying one another's company. We never knew this book club existed until a chance encounter at Terra Culture, Victoria Island, Lagos. Maybe this may inspire you to start your own book club soon.
When a group of busy professionals frequently meet in a city as fast as Lagos to share books, read selected titles, and discuss what they've read, you start getting optimistic about a potential literary renaissance. It's a loose group, not much formalities, but they simply enjoy themselves and learn.
We don't have an official name yet, but it's just a group of people, a group of friends who come together once a month to discuss books. Mostly we read fiction, Nigerian books. We just enjoy having fun together and discussing books that we've read, talking about the characters, and just having fun together generally.
How beneficial is it joining a book club?
Oh, it's been really interesting. For example, I'm a lazy reader. I do not like to read books, but the book club has taught me how to read books because I know I'm going to discuss this book with a group of people, so I need to read this book. It has opened my mind. And normally I read maybe just motivational books, but now I read fiction, I read different types of books. It has opened, I travel when I read. I've learned a lot reading books, and I've met a lot of people, you know, I've met new friends, and I have fun. I look forward to this meeting once a month.
I am a businessman. I'm a member of the book club, and I like reading books. We found out that a lot of us do not read books anymore. And I found out that when you read it, it increases your vocabulary. And so when I got across to the organizers of this, and I joined up, finding out that books actually, readers are leaders. That's the truth. But unfortunately, we have found out that so many people are not reading anymore. And I came in, dragged my wife in and my daughter, who is in school now, you know, I dragged them in to read, and so nice. I've enjoyed myself. The difference, and the book club actually is so good because we have people from all walks of life.
But there are not too many book clubs around, and the members here, based on their experiences, think we should be having more.
Take a look at it. Do you chat on the phone? Chat with a teenager and see what they write. They don't know how to spell anymore. Their vocabulary is limited. Do you understand? And these books give you experience. Rather than experience those things yourself, sometimes when you try to acquire experience, it's dangerous. You lose your life sometimes. But if you're working on someone else's experience, you gain so much. So books must be read.
This month, Born on a Tuesday, written by L. Nathan John, is the book they all read and a meeting to discuss. Some of the issues are sensitive, but at the book club, there are no-go areas.
But I don't think the religion we're practicing these days doesn't allow us to practice it that way. So we need to grow out of sects. We need to grow out of all of this and grow into some sort of maturity, you know, that this walk of faith belongs to me. And I think as soon as we all, Christians and Muslims alike, can begin to think that way, I think we're going to grow. And even these people who are paying people to do things, we realize that we don't have any dundies anymore to pay for this sort of thing. But like you said concerning his question, I don't think we're ever going to get to that point where the thinking is going to be flat everywhere, where everyone will be able to get to that understanding. And for me, that's the bitter part. So it's just a hard reality that we have to face. Thankfully, we're here and we understand these things for ourselves, and we should be able to, as much as possible, every time we meet people, exactly be able to pass that across.
Starting a book club doesn't seem complicated.
It's been very interesting and exciting. Exciting in the sense that you read a book on your own, you enjoy the book, but you don't have anyone to discuss it with, and you come together as a group and people start talking about the book, and sometimes you are wondering, are we talking about the same book? Because people are coming at the book from perspectives that you did not even think about while you are reading the book, and then somebody says something that agrees with what you read, and the discussion just goes on from there, and it becomes quite interesting.
How has it helped you?
It has helped me to see more outside of my own perspective to life. because people come from different angles, and I have this belief that if you are humble enough, you can learn from everybody. And so the help is that it has broadened my horizon. It has allowed me to meet new people and then see things in different ways.
Perhaps you may want to consider joining or even starting one.
The Etisalat Prize for Literature is the first ever Pan-African prize celebrating first-time writers of published fiction books. The prize helps to discover new creative writing talents on the continent. 3 books have been shortlisted for the 2015 prize. In recent episodes, we took closer looks at 2 of them, and they are Pt.3 by Fiston Mwanza Mujila and What Will People Say by Rehana Rousseau. Today, we are focusing on the story of Anna P. as told by herself, written by Penny Busetto. Joining us to explore and read from the book is young Nigerian author Chioma Okonkwo.
The story of Anna P, as told by herself, is a novel written by South African author Penny Busetto. The book centers around a character who is living on an island off the coast of Italy, but she doesn't remember how she got there. So she has memory problems, memory lapses, her memory is in bits and pieces. And then along the line in the story, you understand why she's had this problem. So the book is written in 3 parts, and each part reflects on her past, her present, and her future. I think the book was very interesting in the sense that the author wants the readers to understand exactly how the character is feeling. The character has memory problems, memory lapses. She's gone through a very difficult childhood, so this affects the way she thinks. Sometimes you hear questions that have no answers or situations that does not end, but that's exactly how the author wants us to feel. So sometimes I'm reading, I'm asking myself, what happened next? But that's exactly how the character feels. She doesn't know what happens next. So it takes you into the mind of the character and how the character handles all the situations. So the central theme is on abuse, how the victim gets to cope with it growing up. So this character, she gets mute, she stops talking for a long time, and she's sent up to Italy where it gets worse for her. So it just talks about the journey of child abuse and how people can cope with it. So I think it's actually very relevant in our society today because people don't really talk about it or know how to address such situations. But I think the book addresses that, makes it very good. I am not sure anymore how I ended up here on the island. I think I came to see the ruins and forgot to go back. The local school needed an English teacher, and I was asked to stand in until the ministry in Rome appointed someone. But that was 20 years ago. I have lived all these years in uncertainty, knowing only that any day the real teacher may arrive. In the meantime, a check has been deposited into my account each month. It is not much, but then I haven't had many needs except for paper and ink to carry on this endless dialogue with myself. The islanders call me Lingles, the English woman, although I have not spent more than a few months in England in my whole life. They are kind enough to me, but I am aware that they speak more slowly to me than they do amongst themselves, as if I were a slightly retarded child. I know it is out of kindness that they do it, yet I have wished at times that they wouldn't and that I could just be one of them.
I hope you have enjoyed today's show. Please join us on any of our social media platforms displayed on your screen. I'll also be happy to receive your tweets on @Olakunle-Kas. I am Olakunle Kasumo. Remember, one great book can change your life. Bye-bye.